Hey, it's author Will Luckman. I'm going to stray from my usual quippy, self-indulgent stuff to share an experience I had today. I just finished watching a show called Supernatural, which is basically a show about two brothers, Sam and Dean Winchester, who fight all kinds of monsters in this TV show. From vampires, werewolves, demons, right through to angels, even God himself and death. They go through hell and heaven and purgatory. Any type of mythological, theological environment or creature you could possibly think of, they've likely faced over the course of this show. It started back in 2005 when I was 20 years old, and I've basically grown up on and off watching this show. I've made it to the final 2 episodes today, which I watched. Now, I don't want to spoil anything about the final 2 episodes, but they are spectacular, amazing, but also beautiful and emotional.
Now, I'm glad no one was home, but I'm not afraid to say I cried like my arm was getting cut off. It was ugly.
And that's the advantage of these long-running TV shows, like 15 seasons this thing's been running for. They went for a long time, and you really got to invest in these characters and embrace them and know every aspect of their life and really connect with them. And it's kind of like these are 2 cool uncles that I've grown up with, and I FaceTime them every now and then to hear about some amazing stories they've done, and then I never actually meet them in person. The format of the show really suited my sense of humor. It's quite often very funny. They got a lot of quips and stuff that happen throughout it. Even in their darkest moments of the show, they can find a joke here and there, but then they do have some really cool action as well. And I think this show has had a major impact on the way that I write. My style is very much around this show, and it's kind of an end of an era for me, watching these 2 characters finish up their whole story and wrap everything up. I'm sure older people watching this, and I consider myself older people at 38, which that's kind of sad to think about, but I'm sure you will have a show that you've probably connected with over time that's been a long-running show. Younger audiences, you can't really connect too much with a TikTok video, but hopefully you've watched at least a couple of seasons of something. One of the long-running themes of this show is the connectedness between the 2 brothers. There's one who's kind of a softer, nicer kind of guy. The other one is sort of a hard-hitting, battle-hardened warrior who always is the one to try and get them out of trouble. But no matter what they go through, they always find a way back to each other to help each other through these toughest times, and they can always lean on each other and rely on each other to get them through. And I think that family bond as well is something a lot of people can identify with. Even for me, my own brother lives overseas now, and I barely see him anymore. But we still feel that kind of connection. And I guess that's one thing that this show teaches you, is that no matter how bad life gets, no matter how big your problems are, there's always people in your life that can help you get through it, which I think is really powerful.